All right? So just to sum up, reproduction of the plants actually involve the pollination and the fertilization. So these two, if you want, they will form an equation, which is what? Who can tell us the equation which will be formed between three things? Reproduction, pollination, and fertilization. Who can tell us that? What could it be? I just said it. You remember that? Oh my God, did you forget? We can form an equation between reproduction, pollination, and fertilization. Three things. That's your homework. Just go and look for it. But I said it. All right, let's move on to this point. Now we are going to have to say this is the anther with pollen grains inside. When they are transferred actually from the pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of a flower, this is just pollination. So the letter P here denotes pollination. The events which would occur after that now are actually called what? We have the development. It actually develops. It moves all along. It moves along what? What is structure B called? Structure B? Who can help us? Yes, Buddha. Style. Alright? Right. So it moves along style all the way breaking into the ovary. The ovary with what inside? Ovules. Amazing. Right. So these red arrows here shows the pollen. It turns out that the pollen grain actually are protecting the pollen, which are the male sex cells on a plant. Now what do they do now? They move all along and enters the ovule. So the joining of the pollen together with the ovules is just what we call fertilization. Right. So after fertilization, we're starting to see the development of the ovule. It matures into a seed. Alright? As well as the ovary developing into what? Ovary, it develops into a fruit. If I may ask a question, how many ovaries are found on a flower, on a single flower? How many ovaries are there? Yes. There is? Just one. What about ovules? They have to be many. We don't have to say like 2 or 3. They have to be many. Think of a guava fruit. How many seeds are those? Many. Tens. Right? It just depends on the fruit. Have you ever ate a pawpaw plant? Right? If you open a pawpaw fruit, it has so many seeds inside. What about a mango fruit? How many seeds are those? Who can help us? Just one. It depends on the fruit, right? What about a peach? Peaches. You know peaches? How many seeds are those inside? Come on, you have been eating these fruits. Come on, peaches. How many seeds? Peaches. Come on. Many. Just one. One big one. Peaches. A peach fruit. It's very small, but it'll be green. Yeah. So those are some of the things you guys want to look at. So what we are saying here is, eventually, our definition is over here. Pollination, the transfer, if you want, the migration or the movement of the pollen grains from the anther to the stigma. Right, that's what it means. And here we just say reproduction in plants involves 2 processes, pollination and eventually here fertilization. And then we did mention that some of the plants, they actually produce seeds, yes. But some, they actually produce spores. All right? So this is what we have to understand about a flower. The flower is that part which is involved in reproduction. And what did we say about G? What is G? Who remember what G is? What about you, Sadra? Oh, these are the petals. Someone just said they are brightly colored, right? Did someone say that? They are colored, right? Yes. It's Abdale, right? Yes. All right. So, what did we say again was the reason why they could be colored like that? Is it just to attract bees so that they drink the juice and then they go? Only? No. All right, who can tell us, please? They help in the pollination. Do you realize that a plant doesn't change position? The pollen grains actually doesn't have even legs to walk. It cannot actually. So they will be here. They are sticking all over the anther. It's not like inside. They're just all over the surface. So when the bees approach a brightly colored leaf like this, they squeeze down to the what? Here is where we have some nectar or sugar, a fluid that is produced by flowers. It's to attract the bees so that when they come, they brush through or they just brush the anthers. And the insect's legs are actually sticky. So the pollen grain sticks onto the legs of the insects. And then as it goes, it brushes through again. It just doesn't know that's what it does, but it's very helpful. Okay? Right? Because its aim here is to drink the nectar. The nectar is like the sugary liquid which is produced by flowers. Alright? So that process, it actually aids the pollination. You guys realize that plants, they don't move. But the anther, it actually has the pollen grains with the pollen inside it. And the pollen must be transferred to the stigma. And then they go all the way, the style, to meet the ovules. Right. This doesn't... One thing we have to understand is there are a lot of these ovules inside the ovary. So what happens is this is not for only one pollen grain, but one pollen grain will fertilize one ovule, and that's enough. Then another one will fertilize another until all are completed. And then we start to see all these other parts here. They wither off. Right? And we are left with this now. Like, if it is a mango fruit, we can all admire, like, oh, this mango is really ripe. Let me grab it. Okay? Anybody with a question? You know the reason why we need the petals? Now the petals, do you now realize that they also take part in what? They help the process of reproduction. They help in pollination because they have to attract insects. Insects, they are attracted by color. Have you ever seen that? If you've got this yellowish t-shirt or very brightly colored, you see bees like all over you. Like, oh. Have you ever seen something like that? All right. Or if you just see, these insects, they are just attracted by color. Sometimes you see that a bee is really bothering you a lot. Just check yourself. You could be having this yellowish or very brightly colored what? T-shirt or clothing. Yeah, that's what they do also. They are looking for that. So they look for this aroma. Aroma is like what? What is aroma? Good smell. Alright. Alright, so this is it.
When the wind blows, can you take a bath of pollen to take the pollen grain from the anther to the stigma?
Yourself?
No, when the wind blows.
Oh yeah, actually yeah. Today only we have mentioned, because the thing is, pollination is helped because you remember when we were doing like erosion, we said agents of erosion, right? Which were what? What are the agents of erosion? Exactly. The same thing here occurs also. Some of the flowers are not even brightly colored. They don't even need to attract insects, but they can use wind. Wind can blow, but it now depends on the type of the flower. The flower will not have these parts inside. You remember that flower which I showed you, where these parts are just hanging outside? Yes. All right. So you're beginning to understand this right now. Clap hands for yourselves.